Good afternoon, world. It is flat up, straight up on the top of the 12 o'clock noon in Waxahachie, Texas. Today is the 21st of July, the birthday of my brother Mark, my Irish twin, who turned 72 today. And in 9 days short of a year, I'll catch him again too. So we have a little poem about Irish twins. Today we're broadcasting live from our palatial studios here in downtown Waxahachie, as always. And I'm Jeff Lynch, your co-host. Manning the board is our man Sam, and to my right is my man Scott.
Thank you, brother. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Grit and Good News on this sunny, warm, very warm Tuesday. We're glad you're here and thank you for being here. We do this show every Tuesday and Thursday, as you know, from noon to 1 o'clock. We can be found also on Substack.com. You'll go there, search Grit and Good News. You'll find an opportunity to subscribe to Grit and Good News. In doing so, it'll cost you $5 a month, but you will get an email on Monday morning or Friday morning. In that email will be a shipload of content that all three of us have worked hard on and are providing. So please do that if you get a chance. We continue to grow on that side of things, and we're excited about that. So this show is all about just three average guys, a father and a son, and a close friend, dear friend, just having a good time and sharing with you what we see going on in the world and letting you weigh in. So again, thank you for being here. We always start. We're only going to do it two more times, Sam. So today's our 159th episode. So Sammy takes the last two digits of the number and goes out and finds players in the sports. Did you do it?
I did it.
Okay.
Did I do it?
But since we've
Did you do
cycled
it?
that now, and we're in these rough numbers, this
Don't be expecting anything crazy.
why
So
I'm not, but I do have one guy in mind. Of all the sports, there's only one guy that I can think of, which is kind of weird. But so today's show and Thursday's show will be the last time we do it, and then Jeff's got an idea to plug in something there. So we start with the NFL, right?
all right, one
London
guess.
Fletcher,
London Fletcher.
Yeah, that's
And how
probably one of
about
the
Rams,
worser ones out of the group.
so the worst?
Worser. He was good.
Let me tell you about him because I was shocked when I was seeing he was undrafted in '98. Okay. And he played for the Bills, St. Louis, Washington, and the Rams, and he got a ring with the Rams. And he's 4 times a Pro Bowler. He played 16 years and he's undrafted. And you say
Yeah, he's
nothing.
good.
He's
I
a
say,
he's a linebacker.
I say,
Yeah,
God bless your soul.
little guy, little stocky, just like a typical
It's a
linebacker.
hell of a story, isn't it?
Yeah,
Well,
that's a
well,
good
J-
story.
well, Jack
Jack Ham.
Ham is probably better.
Yeah, he
Yeah, I
is.
thought he was number 58. I
Well,
missed
I don't
that.
know.
Okay.
Luke Kuechly is better.
Yeah. Nobody said he was. Who you arguing with?
I don't
Just
know.
out of curiosity.
I don't know. London Fletcher and then Dat Nigan.
No. Win.
Win.
I tried.
The Viet.
Win.
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 Yeah. That's the
Vietnamese.
Vietnamese.
Lime.
That's their equivalent of Smith.
It is. There
Oh.
It's a
are
very common word. And then there are other ethnicities that have, like the Indian ethnicity.
Patel.
Patel, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patel.
So they
you
had
know.
it's their Smith.
Okay.
I mean, Gomez,
Yeah. Win. Yeah. All right. That's football. What
Yeah, that's
about
football. MLB.
MLB? MLB. I don't have
All
any idea.
pitchers, I think. I didn't know any of them. Carlos Carrasco,
Nope.
Ismael Valdez,
Ishmael.
John Axford, and Todd Jones.
Yeah. Okay.
Some great dudes right there.
Yeah.
NHL, I got Roman Josie, Predators.
NHL.
Jake Gwensel for the Penguins. We got Tyler Bertuzzi.
Bertuzzi, and he
Yeah.
had an uncle, Todd Bertuzzi, who was
A
the
maniac.
biggest badass maniac.
He knocked the guy, almost broke the guy's neck. For remember that guy at Colorado?
Yeah, and Tyler grows up watching his uncle play like that all his years, and know that it was a good, successful career for him. He made his living as a bad man. He says, "That is not how I'm going to go." And he's just a big, strong, physical, fair,
That's what I would call.
nice forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then our boy Chad LaRose, and that's it.
Chandler
All right.
Rose.
So that's
That's it.
hockey.
That's it.
I didn't do
Yeah.
basketball.
I had to be a
Nobody
59 wearing
Nobody
basketball.
in their right mind.
Okay, so there you have it.
No G League.
All right, we're gonna be from east, west, north, south, equator to the Arctic Circle. We're gonna be all over the place today. So let's start with, first of all, we'd be remiss if we didn't just wrap up the World Cup. So Sammy, key up the yeah. Yeah, well, Sammy's got a song here. He wants to close out the World. Well, yeah, recap. Closing out the World Cup. But anyway, uh, out of the three of us, it's noteworthy, at least in my opinion, that the team I chose to win it all went the furthest of anybody in this
It is
room. Thank you
noteworthy.
very much.
It is no.
It is noteworthy,
noteworthy.
in
It
my
is
opinion.
noteworthy.
So England, although England didn't even play his two best players, I don't know what's going on there. But anyway,
Duly
uh,
noted.
the game on Sunday, the final game was, I don't know what happened to Messi. He didn't hardly do much of anything. I mean, he had a couple of great shots at the end, or the second half, but it was kind of a
Same with
dull.
Lamine. Lamine sits on that side and
Yeah,
he doesn't
Yeah,
really get the
yeah,
ball that often.
yeah,
yeah.
It's
it
weird.
was. Yeah, it is weird.
It was
So
a, but
anyway,
I agree though. Saturday was probably a better match than Sunday.
yeah, Saturday was like the 6-4,
Yeah.
like a hockey
Yeah,
game
yeah.
almost. But all right, Sam. So close us out. We know Spain won the big
And then I got a couple
game.
closing
Okay.
comments there.
All
This
right.
is just a TikTok video recap of it. So
Well, let Jeff do his comments and
First-
then
Okay,
close with the video.
I was watching the anthem in this last game, and everybody on Brazil's side was saying the words loudly, lustily, singing with praise and honor and glory and happiness. And I saw that by so many teams in so many
Yeah.
games, including the U.S. And
Yeah, there's some of those players
you
belt
know,
it out,
I
and
think
coaches.
it's a good example. And the other good example is all the good things we continue to hear about how much people love their experience in the
Yeah.
United States. We can't hire a PR firm and pay to do it better.
No,
We're
just have the World Cup every 4 years possible. We got the Olympics coming up in
yeah.
2 years.
And would you call that an unexpected pleasure? Did you
Yeah.
expect that to
No.
happen? I mean, wow.
No, but then on the other hand, that we don't know, I certainly don't know what it's like to live in a foreign country and hear or listen or see what's being said, shown, and done about the United States. So
Yeah.
are they relying on mainstream American media to? It's a shame that our media could be potentially the ones giving these people bad look of our own country. Or is it their media picking up on our media and therefore giving the same message,
Yeah, it's a good question.
respectively?
It's a good question. Either way, the horse is out the barn, and now we're corralling that
Yeah,
son again.
yeah, we
You know,
should all day.
I saw something that was pretty funny. If we were to host the World Cup again, we could surprise and like shock all the foreigners by not using a single stadium that we used for this one, because we have more. We could use all brand
We
new
could.
stadiums,
you
and they'd
could
be
you
like,
could too.
"What the
Yeah,
heck?" I saw that on Twitter. I thought that was pretty
Yeah,
funny.
because we used how many? 9?
9. We could. There's a fair number of them that we wouldn't have to rename either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know.
yeah.
The other thing I wanted to comment on was the greatness and classiness of Messi. I really enjoyed that, and that final thing on that last game, Sam. I don't know either, Scott. I don't know either. It dragged, and I know at one time I was looking at the shots and they were ridiculous, and then I've been watching these shots. You don't get them as a stat. You just have to hear them once in a while,
Yeah.
and sometimes you'll hear a goalie made 3 or 4 or 5 or 7 shots. That's all the shots they do. They
Yeah.
actually stop in a whole game. In this game,
Yeah.
at the end of regular, tell me if you heard these things right. It was 19-0. 19-0 and 26 after the end. Did you get those
Yeah.
stats?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's pretty
That
crazy.
is
Well, I think
okay.
Spain,
That's what happened to
that
one.
goalie, I don't know that he gave up any more than one goal in the whole tournament.
That is also
Yeah.
correct. That is
Yeah.
also correct.
That's amazing.
So my hats off to Espana. I better check CVS on the way home. I think they had some
Oh,
they had
Lord.
some Espana hats on for 50%
There you
off
go.
before
Yeah.
it got final. I may see if they're up to 75 now.
Larry went to a whole show on Sunday down in downtown Dallas. Who plays for the Mavericks?
Oh, yeah.
First time in USA, joining a big old group
Is he
watching.
from Spain?
He's from Spain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, a game watching event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dale
Where was
or
it?
whatever
A big
his name is.
open area in Dallas. I don't know exactly where.
All right, let's play the wrap
All
up
right.
video for the World Cup. We're gonna say goodbye right here.
World Cup's over, I'm so sad. Let me tell you about the month we had. Spain won and I'm so glad. Argentina made us mad. Hydration breaks, VAR. Cabo Verde made it far. Bosnia became a star. Balogun, red card. Ronaldo, Neymar done. Norway, Holland had a run. Hey Jude, it was fun. So close, they almost won. Mbappe won the golden boot. 10 goals, he scored a ton. 48 teams started. At the end, there's only one. Mexico had a dub. USA, what's up? FIFA want them bucks, Egypt like, what the? We so together, not divided. Like follow, don't fight it. 2030 next, I'm so excited. World Cup's over, I'm so sad.
There you go.
Was that Korean rock music background?
Who knows what that is?
What was that's?
Sounded like it, didn't it?
Yeah, sure did.
So there you have it. The Open winner in
Drum
Royal
roll, please.
Birchdale was Ryan Fox, which was quite the surprise. The dude always plays fast. He had to sink a putt on the final hole to win it, or otherwise he'd have gone on a playoff with Cameron Young. Between the guy who Sam Burns, was it Sam Burns that was playing with him? I think so. Sam Burns putts. Then it's Ryan Fox to putt for the whole thing. Between the time Sam Burns got done with his shot, got his ball out of the hole cup, how long did it take for Ryan Fox to putt his ball in?
I did notice that was fast. No, tell me.
22 seconds.
Wow.
Now, these players typically will stand over a ball for a minute or two. It's ridiculous. They do all this stuff, and they stand on the ground now and all that other stuff. Ryan Fox.
Did he even check the green?
No, he does his routine, but his routine took 22 seconds
Right.
to putt the winning putt for the one of the four majors.
That reminds me of when Tiger made a putt, and before it went in, he turned around and shook the guy's hand.
Yeah, that's
With the
what's
fist
called
pump.
confidence.
Wearing the red.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sports Illustrated cover. Yeah.
But the Open
Fist
was
pump.
quite the tournament. The challenge for me watching these that are overseas is that you have to, get up at the break of dawn, if not earlier. So there you
They
have
got their
that.
own folks to accommodate. They can't worry about us.
So in that tournament, we do know that the biggest part of it, notwithstanding the winner, is or was Bryson DeChambeau getting a two-stroke penalty because his shot went into the fescue, which is about 18 inches, 2 feet high, whatever that is, fescue, some kind of weed.
I'll show you some 18-inch 2 feet.
Yeah.
I can drive there in about 8 minutes from here.
Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah. So he hits his ball there, and he goes, and he in the video you can see him. He's looking around and just looking at getting a shot down, and all the time he's stepping on the grass. It's hard to know what the guy's intentions are, but what he was doing was causing the grass to be pushed down, obviously, which meant that he had a freer backswing than he would have otherwise had. And so that was on the fifth hole on Friday or Saturday, and they gave him a two-stroke penalty after the round. They told him that you have a two-stroke. Well, he made a scene of it. I mean, I get where some of the other players are coming from, that Bryson was being a bit dramatic. But Rory McIlroy stood out as one who, in an interview, they asked him about it, and he said, "Look, I'm paraphrasing, but he said I don't really care for Bryson DeChambeau, and what we saw was a bunch of performative, dramatic silliness, and that the two-stroke penalty was definitely warranted." I want to show you how hypocritical that is, because Rory McIlroy, among others, has been very performative over the years, very dramatic, very out of control, and I want to show that to you. And so I like Rory. I think he's good for the game. He's very, very good, obviously. But sometimes I think he's out kicking his coverage, so to speak, getting out over his skis, because one, he's being hypocritical, and number two, he's not at that, I don't think, at that legend stage yet. I mean, he will be, but he's too young to be a legend in my mind. So he hammers Bryson, and then people come to the rescue for Bryson. People agree with Rory and that sort of thing. But for those of you that haven't had enough of the hypocrisy that goes on in the world, take a look at Rory McIlroy a few times over the course of his career. Go ahead, Sam.
Yeah, this is his swing here. And
Oh, boy.
obviously not happy with that one.
You don't see Rory lose his poise too often.
Well, he just 3-putted for bogey at 16. Now he misses the fairway here on a reachable par 5. So I think those two things combined, and that's why he was upset. The club didn't go all the way in, so that's not a problem.
Harry will be drying that one off.
That's just darn near impossible to figure out how that.
Oh, sorry. Did he throw it? On the water.
He knew as soon as it left the cliff face. Yep. Yes.
He didn't really
So-
throw. He didn't really throw it at the guy. He threw it at the.
Yeah. So the idea that Roy McIlroy would stand up in front of a camera and say Bryson's being performative and there's no place for it and all that sort of thing needs to probably look in the mirror, I would say. But all in all, it was a great tournament.
Pot can't call the kettle black.
And Bryson handled it well. I think Bryson's had his ups and downs over the years, and he's known to be. I mean, he lives right here in Dallas. Well, he lost by more than 2 shots. But I think he was at 4 under.
Went
total.
to SMU. Still lives
Yeah,
in Dallas.
And still lives in Dallas.
Yeah.
So there you have it for a little bit of golf drama, which is an oxymoron, I think, for some people.
Right.
How about the mile runner, the record? Jeff Kerr is his name. We don't have a video for that. Josh Kerr, yeah, Josh Kerr. Oh, we do. Yeah, I want to show the end of it. Look, he's in a huge arena. I don't know where he is, or in a stadium. And this dude broke a record that stood forever. It seems
Since
like
1954.
yeah,
Rogers
54. So
Rogers Bannister at 359.6.
so 54, 46 plus
72
26,
years.
72 years.
And it's only gone down 17 seconds in 72 years.
Now,
and inches and crawls. And if you at the point that you took it from 251.9 to 251.7, that was huge, right?
yeah.
In every incremental couple of digits.
Yeah, I think this
along
guy
the
at
way.
343 or something like that.
Yeah.
This one. But here's this guy. I think he runs for Kentucky. He's from another country, as I recall, but England, yeah. But he runs for Kentucky. And this is just what the end of it, Sam?
British have a good history of
Yeah.
runners.
Yeah.
Good runners.
This is him running. And the guy in second place is an Olympian. Keep that in mind. So watch this.
Josh, well record ahead of you. 3:43.19, don't forget. Here he goes. I think he's going to do it. Keep going, Josh. Keep going, Josh. It's a world record. Get in. Get in.
What's he saying?
Gets in.
Oh, my word. He said I can do it. He said I will do it. I'm telling you I'm going to do it. I'm telling you when I'm going to do it. I'm telling you where I'm going to do it. And he's done it. Crikey.
That's awesome.
And where was this?
I don't know, but it's a full stadium. I mean,
Sure.
there's probably 90,000 people there, but it was inspiring for sure.
We
Listen to that.
undervalue track and field. in
I
this
love track
country,
and
don't
field.
we?
I don't know about you guys. I love track
I
and
do.
field. It's
I
pretty
do
much
too.
why I watch the Summer Olympics. So there you have that. We thought you would appreciate that. Speaking of, you mentioned earlier, Jeff, about the national anthem
Mhm.
on at the games,
Right.
various games. I think it didn't matter if it was the championship game or the first game played. These players and these fans from respective parts of the world really get into it, and it's inspiring because they are not just mouthing, they're singing it.
Right. And on some of them where they weren't playing the spoken rendition of it, and it was just the song itself being played by an orchestra. Some of it is just such classical
Yeah. It's good stuff.
marching music and such pride, such
Yeah,
prideful music. I
I
love
agree.
listening to other countries'
I
anthems.
agree. So with that in mind, take a look at this video. This is Chicago Cubs, the kid sitting at the game where he gets slapped. The context here is this is at Wrigley Field. This is you see that video, before it starts, you see the picture of a kid, young man, Sammy's age or so, sitting down at Wrigley. Behind him is an older gentleman who's standing up like everybody else to sing the national anthem. You know, we've often talked, well, we haven't talked about it, but it's often said that given the free speech and the freedoms that we have in this country, nobody's required. It's not a crime not to sit for the national anthem or the Pledge of Allegiance. However, it is deeply disrespectful, particularly those who fought for the right for people to do that. They recognize they fought for our right to
Right.
stand or sit. But when you just because you can stand or sit, sit or kneel, doesn't mean you should. And for those who are offended by that, sometimes it's such an important element of the human experience, of the American experience, that the older generation, I would say us, it, we it, we struggle with that notion. It's troubling for me to say. I've never seen anybody sit while the national anthem was being played or the Pledge of Allegiance. I've never seen it, and I'm not sure how I would respond to somebody who did sit uh, while that was were going on. So this is an older gentleman at Wrigley watching the Cubs at the beginning of the game, and they're singing the national anthem. Watch what happens. Hey, Tim, welcome. Okay, yeah. So they continue to talk during it, the
Yeah.
younger people, but the man just said, he leaned down to say to the guy, I
Yeah,
don't
he
know
gave
what
him
he
a
said.
choice. He gave him a
Yeah,
choice.
stand up, dude. Just stand up. And the guy, I would imagine the young man probably had something wise to say back to the older gentleman, and the older gentleman slaps him in the back of the head.
I like the way he backs away from Tim blindsides him.
Yeah, I mean at some point enough is enough. And the older generation is usually almost always going to have problems with the younger generation who refuse to respect this country and honor it the way it should be honored. And that's an example of it. Speaking of enough is enough, where do you think Trump is on Iran today? Your mic. Well, Trump, I'll tell you where I think he
No
is.
idea. I got no idea.
Trump was started when in March, something like that. Trump said, we're going to be patient. We're going to give them a chance. I think it's fair to say that Trump has the Iranian people in his mind and his heart, and says, we could bomb this sorry country, but there are people that live there. There are innocent people that live there and don't deserve any of this. Matter of fact, I think we have something coming up about how all people of the world deserve freedom to live in freedom, particularly people of Iran, people of Cuba, people of Venezuela. And so Trump has said, I'm going to give it a peace a chance, the old strength through peace. And now at every turn,
So what's he
Iran.
gonna do? Is he gonna go
what does that mean?
nuclear ballistic today?
No, he's not. Well, he won't.
I mean,
That may be a
is
form
is
of.
he going at him hard today?
Yeah. Well, he's gone 9 straight nights.
I know that.
And so
Mm.
I think the Iranians have asked for another ceasefire as of this morning, but you got at some point, of all people in the world, I could see Kamala Harris and Obama or someone on the left falling for, well, let's have another ceasefire. And how many more ceasefires do you want to have before you realize they don't mean ceasefire? They don't even know what that means. They're bombing now Qatar and or Qatar, however you want to say it, and other countries. And so other Middle Eastern countries. So I think Trump's at the point now saying, all right, we're going to decapitate them militarily, meaning we're going to destroy their bridges. We're going to destroy anything left that they can for radar or technology.
The big thing they're going for on the bridges is the ones that are leading to ports.
Yeah.
To get the double
Yeah,
dip. And back to what you said, it's not so much of a residential
Yeah, no,
situation.
I don't think they have to go into the residential areas, although these guys are adept at being able to use innocent people as shields. However, Trump is targeting the ports. Is a good point, Jeff. There's a main port there. I don't know what it's called, but that is being destroyed. All these bridges. I mean, you destroy bridges in a country that relies on bridges to transport its either its military might or its oil. Uh, it's game over.
You know, you didn't put in a bridge just to make it look good.
Yeah,
You put
so
in bridges when you have to cross a river, a sea, whatever, and you don't have any other choice.
yeah, there's no,
Yeah,
I remember living in Pittsburgh. There are 167 bridges in Pittsburgh.
you got 3 in downtown there, right?
Yeah, three
Yeah.
big ones in
Yeah.
downtown. You knock one of those out.
167
Yeah,
bridges
you
in
knock one
wow.
of those out, and you're not. It's not like you can take put your truck in 4-wheel drive and go over the terrain and get to the other side. You don't
Yeah.
go anywhere.
Yeah.
So Trump's about to put an end to this nonsense, and of course, we continue to listen to the left just rant and rave about how a never-ending war and not volunteer war, whatever they call it.
Military army.
Yeah,
Right.
well, they're saying that made up war, that Trump didn't have to
Oh.
do this, that he just decided to do
Oh,
it.
well.
Mark Warner, who's
Well, we could say that about every war ever, as far as I'm
Mark
concerned.
Warner, who's a senator out of Virginia, been around forever, seems to take great pleasure in making a fool of himself by claiming that uh, that this is all a clown show and a
Yeah.
joke and all that sort of thing. It just drives me nuts.
You know, any city or any land that is close to a river, a sea, an ocean, a big body of water, you always have hills and bluffs surrounding
Yeah.
them. When you got hills and bluffs, what do you need? Bridges.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna essentially is gonna decapitate them. And there was also a report. I don't know if it's true. I haven't looked beyond the first few paragraphs, but that I know the guys on Fox call him the gay Ayatollah, gay Khomeini, the son of the leader that was killed earlier.
Is that the
They
inside word
say
on him?
he's gay. Yeah, they say he's gay. He supposedly has left the country, and when that happens, they
Ooh.
know it's game over. But we'll see. So there's the latest on Iran. Hunter Biden said the other day, and by the way, Hunter Biden, when we get to what's been on our agenda for months now,
Yeah.
the ideas that we have for who will run for 2028 from the left, I think we can narrow it down on the right, that being Rubio and Vance. I mean, there'll be others that want to take these guys on, but they won't be many. There won't be many, and they won't be successful, in my opinion. But on the left, they're going to come up with all kinds of stuff. Don't doubt me that Hunter Biden may be one of them. I don't think he'll get past the first step of the stairs. But another one that's kicking it around, who said he's seriously considering, is Don Lemon of CNN lore. He got fired from CNN. He's just a whack job. But Hunter Biden says in answer to a question, that the worst mistake his dad made was to have chosen or selected Merrick Garland to be Attorney General. And you know why? Because Merrick Garland didn't prosecute Trump on the January 6th so-called insurrection, which wasn't an insurrection. So Hunter Biden is becoming a little bit more vocal. The problem with Hunter Biden, beyond the obvious, is a dude can't say a 2-letter or 2-word sentence without one of the words being the F-bomb.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you listen to the guy and you say, what? There's pity here. I mean, what's wrong with this dude? But that's what he thinks is the biggest mistake his dad ever made as president.
Hey, speaking of running mates, up the road in the Big D, have you heard about 2 people dancing around, talking about putting their hat in the ring for the mayor against Eric Johnson,
Mm-mm.
the mayor that's never in office and never does anything?
Yeah.
Michael Hinojosa.
Oh yeah, Hinojosa is the city manager or superintendent.
Long-time school superintendent, retired, and he talked about, I took this department over with a $84 billion deficit, and I left it in 15 years with a big surplus. And then the other one is prominent TV ad attorney Ben Abbott.
Hello, Ben.
I'm telling you, and his gorgeous daughter.
Is that what that's for? Ben
What?
Abbott? Hello, Ben?
Yeah,
It's for Ben Abbott?
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's
No, you're
that's his,
thinking of
Yeah, I'm thinking
you're
of a
thinking
lawyer.
governor.
no. We're talking about the guy that is the lawyer in
Yeah.
town. He's
Oh.
got the pretty girl
Hello,
always with
Ben.
hello,
Yeah.
Ben.
Okay, yeah. That's
Okay.
funny.
And
Yeah.
so now he's drifting some ads more towards other things besides his legal
Well,
career.
there's no shortage on people who think they can be this or that, right?
No shortage of people who can beat Eric Johnson.
Well, that's
either.
true. Yeah, I
Okay.
agree with that. How about I'm going to mention the networks didn't show Trump's speech the other night about voter fraud, all sorts of other examples or
Mhm.
names you could call it. But any thoughts on CBS? Was it CBS and NBC, I think, or ABC?
I have very strong thoughts on
Yeah.
it. Okay, first of all, um, I've long been of the theory that the president shouldn't get in the habit of just snapping your fingers and say, "We're going national. Here's what I want to talk about," because that's saved for special things. And they did some research, the casters going back, and there were a couple of times that Biden wanted to do it, a couple of times that Obama wanted to do it. You don't just do it whenever you think you're the big kahuna and you want to talk about it. So that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I think that what I find ironic is that the very news stations that jump all over the right, namely Trump and his administration and others, for claiming that there was voter fraud and that the elections were stolen and so on and so forth, however you want to call it, are and those stations those networks that perpetuate that are the very ones who refuse to, in this case, and I agree with you. In theory, I agree with you. You can't just say, as president, I'm going to have a weekly,
Right.
television address. However, I don't know how many Trump has done, but this was an address about voter fraud and all kinds of systems that these networks have basically made fun of by saying that there isn't any, that Trump's just claiming this and
So they're suppressing news, is
yeah,
what
so
you're
they're
saying.
saying they're not. What I found in it was that they aren't willing to. They're the two networks. Many others did on cable side
Right.
included, but and NBC did as well. That they showed it, but the, we're not going to show something that has the potential to prove what we've been reporting for all these years to be false.
There you go.
So that's the struggle I have with it. I just
CYA.
and if Biden there wasn't a time when Biden or Obama or any other president I can think of had a national address where I thought it would have been right for any network to just say, screw that, we're not going to show it. Now, they may not have shown, I don't know. But the idea is here, as you say, for a president to use it judiciously and not just, any old time he wants to, which I do think there was if I'm being honest, there was an element of that here with
A
this
huge
one.
one. A huge one.
But at the same time, we're talking about voter fraud and suppression and
You know
whatever
what? We
else.
could be talking about something important every day, and we got more
Well,
of Iran coming
I
up.
just think that
We're
we're
good.
talking about hypocrisies here. I think the networks have
Yeah,
plenty.
I
And then
agree.
the last thing I want to show here, we got to, you know what? Let's cue up Bill Maher. I want to talk. We showed you last week about or videos about these strange candidates that seem to be popping up across the country. We've seen ones in New York City. We've seen ones in Colorado. We've seen the ones in Detroit or Michigan, which we've been talking about. We showed the ones in Maine. That unique gentleman. I use that word. He'd be mad at me because that's not the pronoun he wants me to use. But they're popping up everywhere, and in the name of communism, socialism. So Bill Maher, who is, as you all know, has had an HBO Friday night show. I've never watched it, but he's had it forever. Yeah, he's had it for a long, long time, and he's an atheist, a strong liberal all these years. But I want you to listen to and he's had Vance on. He had lunch with Trump at the White House. He has other. He's not always.
He's connected.
He's not a drunken, liberal just spewing out everything that's only liberal and not exposing his audience to other views. He has those other views. But this was him the other night in a conversation. I don't know if it's with Gavin Newsom. I can't. No, it's not Sam. Can you see who it is? Okay. But this is what Maher said about his feelings now as we head into what's going to start pretty soon, the campaigning. Well, we got the midterms in November, and then we got 2028 that will start soon. So listen to this.
Oh, great.
You told J.D. Vance you're open, your vote is up for grabs.
Yes, my vote is in play because it can't be Trump running. So I'm not living in communist America. I mean, I know the talking point is that, well, it's not communism, it's socialism. Okay, I've read the quotes from the DSA platform, from their own mouths. Don't tell me I'm not seeing what I am seeing. And DSA, again, they say things like, takeover of key industries, government. That's communism. There is a definition.
By the way, Trump's doing that too.
Of course. Yes.
And to a degree that we haven't seen any other president, Democrat or Republican, do.
Great. That's crazy too.
He's got a piece of Intel. He's got a piece of the AI companies.
He treats everything like it's a real estate deal, or I don't know, he's an agent or something. He always wants 10 or 15%.
So you want to see Democrats win in the midterms?
Absolutely, and they will, because it will still be a referendum on Trump. So I think the Democrats will do very well in the midterms. 2028 is a different story, because by then, this wing of the party, this new wing with all the energy, and it's not just a few people anymore. Every day I read about a new person in some Colorado and Wisconsin, somebody who is saying some variation of not defund the police, abolish the police. No prisons, no police. Like, what world do they think we could possibly live in under these conditions?
Okay,
It's
that's
just
good,
a
Sam.
level of
That's John. I think Jonathan Carl. I think that's his name. That one of the network reporters. Interesting that he takes everything's got to. You can't have a conversation about the left being screwed up without somebody connecting Trump to it. You ever notice that? But there's Maher, staunch Democrat over all these years, saying his vote is in play. Now, we know historically that in the midterms, the party not in power has strong performance. The question is for this November is what we're seeing on the left with all these communism, socialism, these whack job candidates. It's not a typical midterm election. It is a very different kind of election because of what's in play here. Again, we're talking, people say, well, socialism and communism are different. Well, they're really not. They're about as different as a 6-ounce fillet and a 12-ounce fillet. So I don't think Maher, he's much like what's the dude, Carville, the lizard they call him, saying, the Trump's gonna resign before his term's over. The left's gonna win the midterms, kind of like Maher just said. Without any doubt, he's confident that. I'm not so sure about that.
That's why we play the games.
That's why we play the games. That's
why we
right.
play the games.
I want to share another story with you. A guy, let me just read this to you. This is fascinating. A dad, let me see if it tells us how old he is. Let's see. This story is about a man named John Brandt, and it's getting a lot of attention right now. His Tesla Model Y helped keep him moving during a heart attack while his son used the Tesla app to reroute the car to a nearby emergency room. This guy was here it is right here. Brandt said he was driving from Atlanta to Birmingham on Interstate 20 around 4 a.m. when severe chest pains made it unsafe for him to keep driving on his own. His Model Y had full self-driving supervised enabled. So he had enabled that, which helped him keep the car on course while he called his son Jack. Jack then acted from his own phone. Because he was an authorized driver on his father's Tesla account, he could send a new destination to the vehicle through the Tesla app. He found Tanner Medical Center in Carrollton, Georgia, and rerouted the car there. He also called ahead so emergency room staff knew a possible heart attack patient was coming. Brandt later said doctors found 3 blocked arteries and told him the fast reroute likely saved his life. Brandt credited his family, the hospital team, and Tesla's technology for helping him survive. His experience also shows why trusted access should be set up before a crisis starts.
Now, was the son in the car with him and
No.
the son reactivated it?
The son was at home. He was in the car by himself.
How did he react to it? Did he say I'm having a heart
He
attack?
did. Yeah, he what he said here is that the 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 Model Y has technology that helped him keep moving during a heart attack, while his son used the Tesla app to reroute the car to a nearby emergency room. He was still able, it was like having severe pains, like Lindsey Graham, although God rest his soul, passed away. He was able to call and say, "Can somebody call? I'm having chest pains. Call 911." His dad was able to do the same thing, but he called his son,
Gotcha.
and
Yeah,
his son
he was driving. He put the car in self-driving. Called his son. The
and
son
said,
went.
I'm having a heart attack,"
And the son finished
and the
it off.
son finished it off. Is that not amazing?
I
That
love it. That's
that is
teamwork.
What a great
that's
story.
awesome.
Teamwork.
All right, I think that was it. We'll show our friend Jimothy. We have we might adopt him as our new pet
A little
for the show.
little guy.
Although we don't, they ought to make stuffed Jimothys.
Oh,
Well,
there
Jeff hadn't
is.
seen it.
There is.
but
Are they like jackalopes? You know anything about a jackalope?
I do. Jackalopes aren't real, but
No,
jackalope.
we picked up a couple of very nice things in Santa Fe at a store called Jackalope, and there's the picture of
fiction.
the antlers, but it's not entirely true. There is a type of animal that can get bit and get all these weird contortiony, horny looking things out of their head.
Whatever
First
you
time you
say.
showed me, I thought it was gonna be a bear cat.
No, this is an animal
I'll have to
that
bring it in for you
obviously
next
either
week.
has a birth defect or
Was
was
created.
the product of two very different animals. We're going to show in a minute.
That
Well,
had
we can show it
that
now. We're
had a
talking about.
deep sexual relationship.
Well, let's take a look. This is they've named him Jimothy. He's actually part of a family of other animals, and I'll tell you what the animal is. You'll be able to tell what the animal is. But check this out. Now, if you are squeamish, just hold on, because this will give you a little bit of a feeling.
Let's go.
Are you ready, Jeff?
All right, now to a story that has literally everyone in our newsroom talking this morning. A raccoon living in a Seattle neighborhood is garnering millions of views online. So meet Jimothy, a raccoon with a short spine syndrome. A Seattle resident named Kiana took video of this raccoon earlier this week in North Seattle. Take a look at this thing. As of this morning, the videos this has been viewed more than 6 million times on Instagram, 8 million times on TikTok. And it turns out Jimothy is a regular here. He was also captured on a video camera from someone's back porch on Reddit.
Feeding him.
Among thousands of comments, some users say they have spotted him multiple times.
It's just a short spine.
But that's the first I've heard that they said it was a short spine syndrome, but it looks like that's what's happened. I've seen a German Shepherd that way before, and they do look freaky. But this animal's got other raccoons that he hangs out with, his family. But at first, you could plausibly say that thing was his mama mated with a Doberman Pinscher or something, because he has no tail and his spine's very short. But it is the thing horror movies are made of. But Jimothy, we don't have a Jimothy here, but that's pretty freaky.
It's called Binks.
Okay. All right. I had a tarnation I was saving.
All right, let's hear it.
But another one just popped in my head.
All right.
And I don't do movie reviews, and we don't do movie.
Oh,
movie
my
reviews.
wife, you're gonna get me started.
I'm going to tell you, that Odyssey
Is it good?
was some of the worst movie I've seen in my life.
It has the best cast ever, I thought. It's
Yeah.
bad?
I didn't like it. Now my son, who's 43, loved it. And,
Okay.
And I'll say this in the movie's defense: I never read the book Odyssey, so I didn't know who the complicated characters were. The character introduction was pathetic, and the plot just goes all these different directions.
Is it sci-fi?
Oh yeah, you won't
Yeah,
like
but
it.
but it starts
You won't
out with
like
this like modern day family, eating breakfast in their kitchen and stuff, and then it drifts into this, and at 2 hours and 43 minutes, it clocks in longish.
Well,
Do you think? And
Sonya?
I'm telling
It's
you
a
what,
Greek mythology type thing.
yeah.
well,
It
Sonya.
wasn't scary. It was too much of everything.
That's surprising.
Well,
because of the
my-
cast.
Yeah, because it's got what's the name?
Matt Damon.
Yeah.
Five
But anyway,
others.
so Sonia and I have started this new tradition. I may have shared this on the show before recently, but our tradition is on Sunday nights until Sunday night football gets here. Then we have to pick another night. We watch
older movies.
an older movie that she's picked the first one, which was Forrest Gump.
Yeah,
I picked
Kramer,
the second
Kramer.
one, Kramer versus Kramer. And so Sunday night, Sonia got to pick her show. And Sonia, Jeff started this. So if you're going to be mad at anybody, be mad at Jeff. Because she chose a movie called The Game with Michael Douglas. Ever heard of it?
I think I have.
I think I have too.
It is in the I love my wife
The Game.
deeply, unconditionally, forever, all those things. There's nothing. I mean, she's it for me. She's it.
Right.
And I told her that. Despite that movie, I still feel that way. That movie was horrible. One of the 5 worst movies
Was
I've
he a
ever
game show
seen.
host?
No,
You
it's
you hated
the
it?
game. Yeah, it's Michael. Some
The Game?
stupid Michael Douglas was in it. But you'd think Michael
Right.
Douglas, that would be great. And there were other people I think that was you want to be in. Ooh, Jeff started it. But The Game, it
The
was, and I know Sonia was over there acting like she was interested in it, but knowing full well that she didn't remember how bad it was.
1997?
You know, you can pick the movie and have it be bad and roll with that. Don't get defensive about that.
Well,
now,
no,
Sonia. Come
she
on.
I don't, I think I know Sonia well enough to know that she was holding tough. That this is good, Scott. This is good, knowing full well. Because all I had to do was she could maybe see me side eye her, and
Right.
she would say, "Don't look at me."
All right. So here's my second tarnation that I had.
Doesn't sound bad.
Since we're giving up our jersey names, our jersey numbers, I thought I'd start a new game. And I don't know if you noticed this Rangers jersey
Yeah,
I got
I
on.
like it.
And I bought 3 Rangers things at the beginning of the year. Haven't been to a game once to use them. Haven't watched a game on TV. And so there's this one, and I got a Nolan Ryan, and I got an Evan Carter T-shirt. And here's how the game starts. It starts today, and between today and 2 weeks from today, we got 4 shows. Okay, 2, and we got 8 Rangers games. We got 2 in the Sox series still, which we've been getting killed. 4 against Seattle and 2 against Tampa Bay. It's 8 games. And what I'd like to do is wear a different Rangers jersey all through this series and see if I can get them to play
That'll work.
500 or better.
That'll work.
That's
Just
the
so
game.
I don't have to wear one.
500 or better, and then we'll start doing these little 2-week competitions.
That'll work.
Those teams you said, White Sox,
White Sox are very good
Mariners,
this year.
aren't they good? And then
Well,
Tampa Bay,
the
aren't they good?
Mariners are now in first place, but they're like
just-
1 game better than us.
Half game.
And then
Half game.
Tampa Bay's a good team, aren't they?
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a challenge. It's a tough
Yeah,
challenge.
I like it because
Yeah.
we go
And
0
White
and
Sox
8.
beat us last
And I'm
night
saying,
10-3.
can I push them on?
Well,
We lost
let
10-3 last night.
Pardon
And we
my
lost
little beef here.
9-4 the other night too.
10-3 last night. But so we pay $100 a season to watch them on Victory. So Victory Plus
Has changed.
gets sold to Buzzer or Beater or Better or whatever it's called. And you go
Buzzer.
to watch it on Victory Plus and you're told you got to go do all these other things to and wait for all this to transition. I'm thinking, well, wait a minute. If there are 80 something games, 100, not that I care, but if I were really, picky, I'd say 100 games divided
62
by
left.
82. No, 162.
Got
Yeah.
62 left.
And every game we don't get to see on Victory Plus, they owe us that prorated amount, right?
I like
Isn't that the way it would work?
Yeah.
But I don't know what. Hey, Tammy, none of that. So anyway, I like your idea, Jeff.
All right.
Because Sammy was going to write his column about the Rangers this week, and I'm like, Sammy, first of all, the Rangers are about as blah as it gets. Average. They are the definition of mediocre, are they not? And
First place. Or
they're
we're
not in
second
first
now.
place.
We were when I said that.
Yeah, well, yeah. So anyway, he
Had been
changed
for a
it.
week too.
Sammy's got a great column tomorrow coming about the World Cup.
Good.
All right, prime time.
Prime time, page 79. My Irish Twin. First written July 21st, 2021. Today my bro had a birthday. I'm his Irish twin. 2 babies in 1 year. I hope I was a win. Another one followed in a just scant 15 months, just like my 3 sons, in trouble by the tons. My folks then took a break from the baby factory. Then just like that, there came another 3. They finally broke the male streak with a couple sweet little girls, full of laughs and full of curls. In between was boy number 4 to keep an even score. Some parents would have been in dismay, yet they loved us all each and every day. Last month, my wife passed away. We'll all miss her every day. My dad's a little confused. We try to keep him amused and talk about the time when coffee was a dime. And that, my folks,
Is that it? Yeah.
that's
I didn't know if you
it.
were done. Very
It-
good.
It seems
Good
like there
poem.
should be more, but that's it.
Well, that's good. Very good.
Okay, thank you.
All right. I did want to say this about going back to Rory. I had a quote here from a guy, Mike Hagel. I don't know Mike Hagel, but he said Rory McIlroy is undeniably one of golf's elite talents with a record that speaks for itself. But today's comments, this was on Saturday or Friday, about Bryson were pathetic, saying he's not particularly fond of him. That's Rory speaking of Bryson, and labeling Bryson's hard work as, quote, performative and designed for attention reveals a petty, bitter side that has no place in this game. True champions, and this is what the point, true champions don't tear others down who are grinding and winning. That was small, classless, and beneath you, Rory. I'm done.
Rory, I'm done.
He's
Not
done
that
with
this
Rory.
matters, but I'm guessing Rory's older than Bryson.
Yeah,
Yes.
probably,
Yeah.
but not by much. They're all in the same generation.
Okay.
They're all in their upper 20s,
Okay.
lower 30s, I would say. I don't
Dang,
know.
Rory's not 40.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Rory's not 40. Look it up. See how old he is, Sam.
That's crazy.
Um,
My phone's about to die.
all right, let me see how old while we're doing this.
I'm gonna
Jeffrey,
guess
all right, we're
he's
gonna
got to
get.
be at least 32.
You think?
He's got to be at least
Uh,
32.
All right, we got you getting ready for a day in history.
I'll have it
I do
for
want
you.
to find out how old Rory is. Let's see. Rory McIlroy
And I think
age.
Bryson's less. I got Bryson at 32 and Rory at 38.
Oh,
That's my guesses.
Roy McIlroy is 37.
you're
And what do you
close.
think Bryson
32?
was?
Is he 31?
Bryson
I'm gonna guess Bryson's 32.
Bryson is let's see, 32.
32.
Yeah.
Here we
So
go.
they're about the same. 35, 30, 37, 32.
Okay.
All right.
Today in history brought to you
Let's
by
hear it.
our good friends at the Associated Press. During the Civil War, the first Battle of Bull Run was fought in Manassas, Virginia, resulting in a Confederate victory.
1864.
1863.
61 for the bonus for the big man. Here we go. The
Oh.
so-called monkey trial ended in Dayton, Tennessee, with John T. Scopes found guilty of violating state law for teaching Darwin's theory of evolution. The conviction was later overturned.
I saw a play of
The
that.
monkey
It was
trial.
an awesome play. Monkey trial.
Yeah.
You know,
1894.
monkeys is part of Darwin's evolution.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
1910.
1910. What'd you have?
1894, I think.
19 and a quarter.
So, dang.
Okay.
All right.
The Geneva Conference concluded with accords dividing Vietnam into northern and southern entities.
I'm gonna go 1922.
1973.
The Geneva Accord.
I don't know what is that supposed to mean. I knew a girl named Geneva one time.
1922.
I don't know. What do I look like? Historian?
1954. The Geneva. All this was kind of about the splitting up of the world after World War II. Really.
Well, you like Scott. How can you not know about the Geneva?
Apollo 11 astronaut Neil Armstrong and Edwin Buzz Aldrin blasted off from the moon aboard the ascent stage of the lunar module for docking with the command module.
1969.
69.
69.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
when we learned about
Yeah.
the different modules on spacecraft? We're just kids. We're
I don't think I learned about that.
The modules. Okay. Golfer Ernie Els won the British Open in the first sudden death finish in the 142-year history of the tournament. If you knew how old the tournament is this year, you could go backwards and get there. But Ernie Els.
I'm gonna go 1 year up. 1970.
He wasn't even born then.
Oh.
1994.
2002.
Well, that
Oh,
stinks.
missed it by one.
The year-old space shuttle program ended as Atlantis landed in Cape Canaveral, Florida, after the 153rd shuttle flight.
I don't know. I'll go 2008.
And the last one with the L's was when?
2002.
2010.
11.
Okay.
President Joe Biden dropped his bid for re-election following a disastrous campaign debate. We all remember that with Donald Trump
that was
raised
awesome.
doubts about the Democratic incumbent's fitness for office. So I guess that was just
Recently.
here in this nice July
What do you
hot
think,
night.
Sam? Yeah.
2023?
2024.
2024.
Oh my
Sam, that was a gift.
Yeah,
and
it
a
was
bonus.
almost that's been a quick 2 years when you think about it.
I might go rewatch that tonight.
A
before I go to
real
sleep.
quick 2 years.
You might watch what?
That debate.
Oh,
Trump destroy him.
that debate was sad.
That might be
All
an
right, was that the
interesting
end of
thing
it?
to do. That's the end of it.
All right, I was what 6-3.
I beat you.
All right, you ready, boys?
9-1. Here
We're
we
gonna
go.
finish early today. Yeah. True or false? Y'all ready?
Born ready.
True or false? Electric eels are misnamed, and the shock that they produce is actually due to a toxic venom that they secrete.
False.
True or false?
Well, I'll go true. They're not really freaking electricity.
That's false what you said.
False. Electric eels
They
really are
yeah,
electric.
They are.
They
What?
listen to Sammy like he's
No,
like
they
he-
are, dude.
Who are you, Steve?
Steve
What-
Irwin.
Yeah.
I know my stuff.
They can discharge over 500 volts of electricity at once.
Sometimes it gets
So
to
why don't you go
600.
swimming with an eel, Mr. Irwin?
Well, how come we're
Hey.
not using eel electricity to tap some of our
You know,
energy problems in this world?
If there's
speaking
an
of
eel in the
electricity,
water
I
and
gotta
you
find
jump
an electrician.
into
do
the
too.
water with an eel, or do you
Let me know
immediately
when you
get
find
I ain't jumping in the water with an
do you
eel.
immediately get electrocuted though, since there's
Why don't you
electricity?
jump in and then we'll know.
Well,
Yeah, I got to find an electrician or something's triggering our breaker to go off. All right, so there you have the show. Our sponsor of Grit and Good News is Hoosier Custom Meats. They are in Italy, Texas. Jeffrey had their food over the weekend. Tell us all about it.
let me know.
I grilled 3 steaks out at Cedar Creek Lake with my son. We had a great time. 3 tremendous, a big honking ribeye, something called a Denver steak that most people don't know, and a very nice KC cut. And they were all outstanding. Had a little bit left over of the Denver. Ate that Sunday, and we had one big honker. I mean, this was a monster pork chop, and I did that on the gas grill last night with very nice results. Thank you, Hoosier, for providing this meat to us to enable me to finally give it a review, and I'll probably spend some of my hard-earned money now in the future.
So
That's my commercial.
there you have it. Check out Hoosier Custom Meats in Italy, Texas.
Homegrown is always better.
Yeah, for sure. Sammy has them on the screen there. So call them or email them. Tell the boys from GGN sent you. We will be back on Thursday with a whole lot more to talk about. I'll be damned if we aren't going to get to data centers. Matter of fact, we're going to cut short Tarnations and we're going to talk about data centers because it's an important thing. All right. So thank you
Amen.
for being here.
Have a great day and try to put a smile on somebody's face.